Welcome to another Zenler FBH. So in this FBH, what we're going to do is we're going to look at a question that was fielded to me from Gary Friedman, who does puppets and stop motion work. And his question to me was, I'm struggling to understand why it's not possible to pre-buy or register now for the course. So he's got a course starting on the 1st of January 2022, and we want to pre-sell it to people before. He's also asking, do you need to drip feed the course 9 lessons to get students to buy now in January? So if you want to drip feed, that's not going to make any difference. So if you do want to drip feed the lessons into the course once they buy it, then absolutely you can. So I'm going to show you that you can actually just pre-sell this, but you need to put a note on the course access page that content is coming soon. And we need to do a couple of things with the curriculum. We just need to remove it, and then we need to add it when you're going to actually launch. So you've already got people buying, and then you might also consider sending out an email to them just to remind them that the course is now open. So I'll be walking you through all of these parts. Now I've got this dummy course here just called pre-sell, and we're just going to go into there and look at what you need to do so you understand the principle, and then you can work it to however you want to get that to work for you. So let's jump into this course here. So it's just a course. There's I've done nothing to this except in the curriculum to sort of mirror what Gary wants to do. I've put session 1, lesson 1, session 2, lesson 1, and session 3, lesson 1, just to show you kind of thing. I know Gary's got about 9 sections in here, all full of stuff, but we don't have to care about that. So we're going to go straight into the sales page first of all. I'm just going to edit that. So I just got my default sales page, so I'm going to just quickly edit it. I'm not showing you how I'm updating all of the page content, but I will tell you bits that are really important for you, which is to remove the curriculum block, because we don't want people seeing the curriculum because it's not open at this stage. So where we got things like the course summary and all this stuff, I'm going to just get rid of all that. So I'm going to go into the course summary. You can add whatever you like in here. Of course, it's page builder, so I'm going to delete that out. But the first thing I want to do is get rid of the curriculum because it's not launched yet. So I'm getting that out of the sales page at this stage. So if you want to write about what the course is like, then obviously you can use the page builder to put on the features of what the course includes as a sales thing. I'm going to leave the pricing block in there, and I'm just going to use a block that I've already made up in here as a guide to this. So I'm going to put this one in here and drop that block into here in a second. Okay, so it's gone down the bottom, but I'll just move it up. Alright, so let's move this up, and I'm just going to format this page. So the important bit here was to remove the course summary and the course curriculum out of the sales page, because obviously we don't want to show people what's in the course. You're going to have to write it in there to give people features of that course. Okay, so let me just delete that out, and obviously I'm going to put a button to the checkout page as well. We've got enrolling course here, this button, but I can just create my own button to put in there. So I'm going to do that quickly now and show you what I've done on the sales page. Okay guys, so I'm going to get rid of this block up here as well for this. You don't have to, you can leave it in there and just enroll, but I'm going to get rid of it because I like to make all my own stuff. So all I've got here is, does your dog need training? Pre-enroll in this course starts January 2022, limited spaces, and then this button, this is the important one because I'm creating this button myself. I want to make sure that this button goes through to the page, so the checkout page. So I'm going to copy that URL in there. Notice I've copied the checkout page URL. I'm going to go into the button now, and we're going to drive that link to that. So I'm going to go into settings inside here, choose an action. I'm going to go down to link, and I'm just going to paste in that URL there. Now under here I'm going to go a pre-enroll and just click save. So now I've got this working as a sales page. So obviously you'd SEO that page up as well, and we've got our pricing that will appear in there later. Now I'm going to change that background image because I don't like the look of it, so it's got to go in standard with what I've already got into my site. So I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to just drive an overlay over the top just to match everything else that's going on. and maybe change that opacity like something like that. Click save. Okay, so that's my sales page done basically to drive my pre-enrollments into the checkout page. So I now need to just jump to the checkout page. So we're just going to do our minor modifications in the checkout page, get rid of some of those blocks that are in there because I don't like the look of them. Okay, so I'm just going to get rid of this block in here. Again, you know guys, you can leave this stuff in here if you want to, it's up to you. And I just want to get rid of these little blocks here. Of course you can leave that and style it however you like. And I'm just going to click save to that. So this will be my checkout, which will be populated once I put the pricing in. Okay, so I finished with that page now. Just going to make sure that I do save it. And then I can jump back into this. And now I want to go to the thank you page now. You might want to style the thank you page. I'm just going through these pages because I want to show you the full flow of what I'm doing. So it's really just to set up those pages and take out those curriculum blocks. You can always add them in later, you know, you can always get them back again, it's no problem, but we just want to make sure that they're out of here whilst we're pre-selling this, and we can always drop them back in afterwards. So again, I'm going to grab the little doggy picture and that'll be fine for this. I think this button here needs to kind of mirror my kind of style, so I'm just going to put it into a blue, and then I'm going to click save. Alright, so that is the thank you page done as well. So now we have the all important course access page. So this is they're going to buy it and they're going to get access to the course access page. Okay, they're going to get that if they buy the course. So we've got to do something with the course access page to just make sure that the student knows when they go through to it that it isn't actually open yet and it will be open later. So I'm going to go to edit page and we're going to remove some blocks, and then we can just add those blocks later once the student is in there. So I'm going to show you the full process going through, and then I'm going to show you also how to reactivate the curriculum inside of the course access page. So as we've got it at the moment, we've got our curriculum in here, and obviously we've got our little lessons completed and all that stuff, but I don't need any of that because I just want to tell them that actually it doesn't start yet, and it starts on January the 2022. So I'm going to go down, grab our custom block again that I've got here, and I'm going to use that as a base. So I'm going to put that up the top, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to style this block up. So I'm going to pause the video whilst I just style this block up. So as you can see here, now on the course access page, we've put in here a little message: you're on the course. Course starts on the 1st of January 2002. Make sure you bookmark this page or log back in here. We will also send you an email. So I always like to send an email. These people that have registered, you want to send an email to them. So we'll also send you an email when the content is available. So now these blocks that are already in here, I'm going to get rid of them. So I'm going to get rid of them out of here, and I'm going to show you how to put them back in later. So this is the curriculum. You can see all the lessons in there, but of course we don't want people to have access to that. So I'm going to delete that out as well. So we're just left with this, and if you want to leave the review block in there you can, but we can delete that out as well. So now we have a page. It doesn't lead anywhere, it just leads to here telling them. So this is part of our pre-enrollment. So I'm going to make sure that I save this page and obviously SEO it and click done. So now that's done, we can just resave that. And now I can start to show you what's going to happen. So I'm now going to go, now we've got these pages all sorted out, the course access page, I'm going to go into the curriculum, and it's a good idea guys to go through your lessons and just put them into draft. And what you can do then, I'm just going to go put these all into draft here, save the changes. So you have to go through these lessons one by one and put them into draft, and that way they're not going to be visible to be seen anyway. I'm going to put that one into draft because I'm going to give you another solution that you might be after as well, but you can actually turn this content on for students that are in the course, and you can do that manually. You don't have to use a drip. Of course you can use a drip later if you want to, but I like to do this. So if I've got week 1, then I can just come in here and I can just set that to undraft, and then it will appear in the lesson. And then of course week 2 I can go in there, set that to undraft, and it goes in the lesson. So it's pretty cool. So also I'm going to go in here and now publish this course. Okay, so this course is now set up. We're going to preview the course. At the moment we've got no pricing in here, so we're not going to see a lot, but I'm going to go into the sales page as a visitor, and this is what you're going to see. So does your dog need training? And we've got that little button there, and we're going to have a price appearing there later, but we've got that little button to click pre-enroll. So now we go to the checkout page. Of course, we've got no pricing, so you can't put any details in there. So let's have a look at what we're going to see on the curriculum page now. This is the access page that the students will see. They won't have access to the curriculum. So it says you're on a course, da 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 da, and they can't get in, they can't see anything. They know they've got to return on this date to have any access to any course material. So now I'm going to set up the pricing for this course. So we're going to go into pricing here. We're going to add a new plan. I'm not sure what sort of pricing you've got. Obviously, if they're pre-enrolling, you probably don't want to use subscription because they want access to it straight away then if they're paying money out before the course starts. So I'm going to use a one-time purchase, and I'm going to go through to this, and then I'm going to select my currency. We're going to call this course £1,000, and we're going to go dog boot camp, okay, something like that. Then description: this course starts on the 1st of January 2022. Pre-enroll. Okay. And pre-enroll now. Okay, something like that. And there we go. So that's all good. So I'm now going to set that. We're going to click finish. Okay, so that pricing will now appear in the page. So we're going to test this now and have a look at it, and then I'm going to show you what a student will get when they actually buy this. So let's go and check that all out now. Okay, so let's go and check this out. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to click view this as sales page. So we go in the sales page, and you can see we've got the price down here, pre-enroll now. It tells you exactly what's going on. I click the pre-enrollment. I'm going to go through to this, so I can buy this now. So now I can buy this. Then once I've bought this, I will then go in to the thank you page, and the thank you page will take me straight to the course access page. So the course access page tells me that I haven't started yet. So how do you activate this once you want your students to start the course? So we've taken now the payment for the pre-enrollment, yeah, so that's all cool, and we now want to activate the course. So let's go and do that now. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to come into the course access page here, and if it's live you might want to change some of the other pages saying you can just buy it now if you want to. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and edit this course access page, and I'm going to put those blocks back in there. So you can do this live. So you've got your students in there, pretend it's the 1st of January, and we now want to activate the course. So someone's bought it, gone through that process, they've got access to this page. So we're now going to just update our content. So we go dog training boot camp open. Okay, so we're going to change this. Remember, you'll want to send them an email. Okay, we can look at that in a second, but we want to send them an email, so just remember that for now. So work your way through the workshops. Of course, you can put any lives or anything in there. And now we're going to add the curriculum block back in. So I'm going to bring this up a bit as well in here, and I'm going to go into my blocks, and I want to go and find the course. So I want to go down to courses, and we want to go and find the curriculum. So I'm going to scroll down here, and you can see I've got the curriculum. I've got two choices here, got open and closed. I'm going to use the closed collapse style. I'm going to put that in there, and now my course curriculums appear in there. Notice there's nothing in there yet. So I'm just going to save that now, and now this is open, so people are going to see this curriculum appear. Now let's have a look at this now. So I'm going to just go in as a student, and I'm going to have a look at what I'm seeing now. Now do remember that in our course, under our curriculum, all of our lessons are in draft. Okay, this is important. So I'm now going to set myself up and enroll myself as a student into here. So I'm going to quickly do that by jumping to site and going down to students, and I'm going to add a student. So I'm just going to add myself in there. Okay, so as a test student, I'm just putting my details in here, and then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to select enroll student into, so I can just go into pre-sale and I can go dog bootcamp. So this is the one that I'm selling. The course is pre-sale, the plan is dog bootcamp. So I've done that now, and I can click add. So I can also send notification email to user as well if I'm adding myself as a user. So now I'm a user, I can actually log in and I can see what I'll see. So I'm going to jump into incognito mode now, and we're going to go into that course. So I just need to grab the course URL in here, got the pages, and I'm going to go and I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go into incognito mode. Let's just sign in here. Okay, just signing in. So now I'm going to go to all my courses. And this is my courses. So I'm open, so I've paid for it. And what's the course curriculum say? Nothing. There's nothing in there. So this is where you can have control of it, because watch what happens when I release some of the information. So I'm going to go lesson 1 and I'm going to put this to undraft, and I'm going to click save. Now you could do this for all of them so it all appears, but I'm just doing it for lesson 1 just to show you. So I'm going to jump back to our incognito here, and I'm going to just refresh this, and watch what happens. Now I have access to lesson 1 because I made it undraft. So I can now control, like each week that goes by, I can undraft this, save it, and I know my students are getting new access to this. I'm just going to refresh it again, and you're now going to see lesson 2 comes up. So I can then go in there and start that course, start that part of the course, and then finally down here I've got lesson 3, so I can make that undraft. Now remember, you could make them all undrafted if you wanted people to have complete access, but it's entirely up to you. I'm just showing you a way that you can manually kind of control the drip content going out by using draft. So now I have access to the full course, so people have pre-bought the course and now they've gone in there. So when you do release this and make this live, you're going to want to send an email to your users. So you're going to want to say to go in there. So you're going to go into the page, you're going to go down to here, the course access page, copy this URL, then you're going to go into something like email broadcasts, and you're going to create a new broadcast, we'll call it pre, something like that, create, and then you're going to go and choose people that are only in that course. So I want to go all contacts, and I want to add a filter, and then inside that filter I want to add a filter group, and I want to go and add a filter in here, and I want to go enrolled in a course or in a plan. It's up to you which. So I'm going to go course, then I can select that pre-sale course and click save changes, and this 4 will now change to 1. There's only one person in the course, that's me, and now I can go to next and I can send an email and say course is now open, log into the course, and then I could put that URL in here. So I could do click here, put that in there, and then I could put either the login URL or the course access, and then they'll get in there that way. And then I go thank you, and then of course I would hit send. So you do a test first to yourself, put your email address, test it. Once you're happy with that, you click next. You need to enter the subject, so put course is open now, and you click next, and then you could schedule that to go out. So you could do this all before if you want to schedule it, or you can click send now and you can send that now, or you can keep it in draft. So that's the whole process. So that's how you can pre-enroll people into your course, you know. So think that's pretty clear. I've gone over every kind of aspect of it. So you set up your pages, get rid of the curriculum out, delete it all out and put that curriculum block in there. Also, it's worth noting you might want to put the review block in as well. We have the review block that you can put into here as well. We've got this course review. It's all under course. Let me just go back so it's crystal clear. So if you go into courses, all these blocks are in here, so you can put that review block in there if you want to as well, for get feedback on a review. So you'll also see that if I go back into my incognito window, that block will now appear in here. If I just refresh this page, you're going to see that you can put a review in there later. I'm not sure it doesn't work in there, it's probably because I haven't saved it. So let's just save that, go back in there, refresh, and then I should have the chance at the bottom to add a review. So they can add a review now as well. So you can change this content on the page even though they've logged in there on this course access page. Remember, it's the course access page of that course. So you're in there and in the page and in that course access page. So just make sure if you have made the course live, you set this pre-enrollment and you have made it live, just make sure that you go into the other pages and just check, because you'll want to change this now to course open, you know, and you'll want to change this button to enroll now or something, you know. So just check through the other pages, but it's really quick to change these things back over, and you can see now it works with that pricing plan in there. So that's it. Hopefully that helps you, Gary. It's pretty in-depth little workshop there for a Zenler FBH.